the moment, we'll turn to Sri Lanka. It has made an explosive claim. Sri Lanka has accused Britain of sending rotten human remains under the garb of recyclable metal waste. And amidst this ongoing trash war, Indonesia is grappling with a waste crisis of its own. Most of their trash comes from the developed world as well. So is Asia becoming a dumping ground for the West if it hasn't already become? Take a look at this report.
Authorities in Sri Lanka complained of an unbearable stench coming from the containers at a port in Colombo. Further investigation revealed that the waste being exported from Britain included human organs, mortal remains and clinical waste items that are banned according to the international law. Sri Lanka has so far received 241 containers of waste from Britain since 2017. Out of these, 130 have been taken to free trade zones, where the metal components were recycled. But the remaining 111 containers remain at the Colombo port, awaiting to be shipped back to Britain. The Sri Lankan government has threatened criminal action against the businessman who imported the waste if the containers are not shipped back. The British government is also liable for letting hazardous elements be exported to Sri Lanka. Even though Sri Lanka is yet to formally approach the British authorities, the Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs, or DEFRA of the UK, has launched an investigation following the recent claim. Sri Lanka's pushback on imported trash comes as Indonesia and the Philippines returned shipments of foreign rubbish to their originating ports in Canada and Australia. Canada agreed to accept 69 containers shipped to the Philippines between 2013 and 2014. This, of course, begs the question, does the developed world consider Asian countries like Sri Lanka and Indonesia to be their private dump yards? While Indonesia prepares to return over 200 tons of garbage to Australia, it would be unfair to say that Indonesia's entire waste is shipped by the West. Some of it is also indigenous. Millions of Indonesians contribute to plastic waste daily. Indonesia is the world's fourth most populous country, with 260 million people, generating huge amount of trash that goes unprocessed. According to the UN Environment Programme, globally, some 8 million tons of plastic is dumped into the ocean every year, killing marine life and entering the human food chain. According to a 2015 study, the nation has been listed as the world's second biggest contributor of plastic pollutants in the oceans. Here are figures. 5 Asian countries, China, Indonesia, the Philippines, Vietnam and Thailand accounted for up to 60% of the plastic waste leaking into the ocean. Sample this. Here's Nike Rahmawati and her family of 4's plastic consumption in an average day.
Satu hari saya dapat kresek 8.
Usually I use at least 8 plastic bags in a day. I throw the dirty ones and keep the clean ones to reuse as a trash bag. I get a plastic bag every time I buy chicken, when I buy vegetables, fermented beans, tofu and also chili. I get plastic bags. All the sauce is packaged in plastic too.
Terusnya beli cabai dapat kantong plastik.
The world's largest archipelago of more than 17,000 islands has struggled to cope with waste, with much of it going into landfill and often eventually seeping out to pollute rivers and oceans. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
Here's another story of a diplomatic rift playing out in the skies. A close shave between a Venezuelan and an American aircraft captured on camera. What provoked it? Claims of intrusion. While the Pentagon says its aircraft was in international airspace, Venezuela says it wasn't.